And today on Project GR86, we're going to unleash the beast. So stay with me to see what we've got in store. Today's video is supported by my Amazon affiliate link in the description below. Please check out that list, as it will have parts I may have already installed in past videos, and it will have a curated list of other products I recommend. I really appreciate your support. Now let's get back to the video. So what I got here today is a JDL unequal length header with the cat and the bronze Cerakote, and I got the JDL front pipe and overpipe in a 2.5 inch with the ultra quiet, has a cat in the front and a muffler or a resonator in the back here. And the reason why I went with this setup is I already have the AWE Touring exhaust and I don't want it to get unbearable. I want it just to sound good. And I bought the Grim Speed gaskets because I've heard that they're the best in both variants here I bought. And I also got the STI rubber mounts here for the exhaust, as I heard these help with drone as well. And I will have the part number below in the description of the video for these STI mounts. I got them from Black Hawk, Japan. They were here within about a week, even though it was imported. After jacking your car up with the jack and jack stands on all four corners, you're going to start by removing this heat shield here. It looks like it has a bunch of 12 millimeters, and then these plastic, I like to call them clipper doodles. Remove all that and get that out, and then you'll have access to the header. Okay, so they're all 12, except for these back two that go onto the hairy cardboard. Those appear to be 10 millimeters. So now in order to get this overpipe and front pipe out, which you probably need out first, even if you're only doing this header here, because the studs on the back of the header, the two studs I've seen that bolt up to this overpipe here, they become a problem. You unbolt the header and then you can't get it out because the studs are in the way. So people have to drop this down to get it out. So if you're just doing the header, you still have to remove this hairy cardboard here with the 10 millimeter bolts here. We're back here now. Here's the front pipe here. And there's a resonator, a big looking, ugly looking resonator here. There's the bolt that holds it up, the exhaust up. We're going to loosen that right here now. It's a 14 millimeter. Then we're going to go back here and take off the flange to the catback exhaust next. And then here on the flange for the catback, where you have the springs here, one side is a 12 and the other side is a 14. You'll need to remove those and pull all that hardware out, set it to the side. You will be reusing it, I believe. Now that we got this guy loose, it's still staying in the hanger. I guess you could have took the top two bolts out to remove the hanger, but I'm going to leave the hanger to hold it up for me right here. And I'm going to go up here to the front now and remove it from the header, or from the exhaust manifold, I guess it's called when it's OEM. These front flanges here are no joke. You're going to need a long bar, longest breaker bar you got, that swivels on the end here with your 14. Not a deep dish, just a regular, because you don't have a lot of room here to get these to break. Let's see how this other one works, if this wrench will even work here. Luckily I have a breaker bar that's a ratcheting breaker style bar. Yep, that's what you need, a ratcheting breaker bar is what I recommend. This guy is loose here now. I've got it loose on the front flange, and it's still not coming down because of the hook here. So I'm going to take, and on top of this bracket here that holds the front pipe on is two more 12s. I'm going to remove those and just remove the bracket for now. As you can see now, it's dropped. I'm going to have to go up front and work it. Okay, for your front pipe, You need to remove it from the overpipe first, and then remove the overpipe flange, because it will not slip through. I've already tried that. Trust me. The overpipe has got a weird shape to it, and I think it has to come out the front. And again, it's some 14mm bolts again. And even though I only have 1,700 miles on this car, they needed penetrant on them. They were rusty looking already. Now for the header here, you're gonna have 2 bolts on the outside, one there, one there, and one on the inside there with a 14mm and an extension. So I unplugged the front, this gray O2 sensor here. The black one I'm afraid of not getting the clips out right. So I'm going to unscrew it off of the header now. Okay, it's all out, but like I said, I left the downstream on the car. I was afraid of the wiring not being able to plug it back in. So the upstream O2 needs taken off now, and then we're ready to start the install. You're going to need either a O2 tool like this, or a 7/8 open, or a 22mm. They're equivalent, I believe, to get your sensors off. So as you can see here, this is the JDL Catadon Equal Length with a bronze Cerakote or ceramic coating. Very nice, very premium here. And then you look at the factory one. I don't know if it's just that big or it's a heat shielding, but that thing is massive. We're gonna weigh the factory weight here of the OEM exhaust manifold, or try to weigh it. Let's see if we can set it down on here. Is that nothing touching it? Okay, we're gonna say it's damn near 20 pounds at 19.12. Now let's get the other one up here. And the JDL weighs in at 1412, so that's 5 pounds less exactamungo. And then just make sure you got your gaskets off. Maybe I could have reused these since they only had 1,600 miles on them. However, I went with the Grimm Speed because they're supposed to be the best. Front pipe won't even go back out the back way or the front way. Just heat shielding stopping it. Okay, so it's looking like this whole heat shielding has to come off to get this bad boy out of here. It's going to take a lot of wiggling, and it has to come through the front here. It will eventually come out the front. As you can see here, the way they have to beat this down here with the dents in it looks highly restrictive to me. With the dents and the flat sides in it, compared to this guy, which is 2.5 inches. And then this guy right here all the way back. In the kit here was the flange bolts for the overpipe, front pipe. Was the flange bolts, a V-band clamp for where the two go together, and I guess a gasket for where it goes on to the header. Yes, it's one of those crush style gaskets that are really good for sealing here. And then the flange bolts here for the header, where it mounts to the header up here on the overpipe. And then we got our V-band here. And you know V-band, they use these on turbos. A lot of new turbo setups. Goes in here and it V's to clamp. I'm not sure which way this will need to go here. For the header O2 sensors, you want to put a little anti-seize around the threads, just a little bit. And the same goes for the header flange bolts. So you're going to want to sneak your gasket up first. And it'll kind of keep itself on there. And then I'm going to stick a little anti-seize now on them, because I don't think I'll be able to get back to them. I'm just going to hand tighten everything and come back once I have the rest of it installed. Don't forget to put your little donut style gasket, if that's what you have, on your exhaust. For the header flange bolts, you will not be able to get a socket on those. You just use your 14mm open end or box end, and those only need to be 25 to 30 foot-pounds, so you really don't need to muscle them down too tight. So we're all in here now. I'm going to put my rubbers on now, my rubber upgraded hangers, and we'll see where we're at here. But there's what she looks like. Very nice. I'll have to wipe it off too with some Windex or some window cleaner, because I did touch it a lot, the whole exhaust. For these rubbers here, you do recommend you get a pair of tools like this for exhaust hangers. So here's the difference in them. Here's the OEM and here's the STI. Much bigger. That's probably why it takes away drone. People claim these fix drone.
One eternity later.
Been a few days here, as you can probably tell. The install for the header, the front pipe, and the overpipe is fairly simple. However, it does take a little bit of time, especially if you're on a jack and jack stands. It is doable, and I believe it's worth it. Now, I'm only going to include a cold start and a light rev, a baby rev here in this video. In the next Project GR86 video will be where you're going to get the full impressions and the befores and afters, including stock with the AWE Touring only exhaust and a JDL header, front pipe, overpipe, and AWE exhaust, and a ride-along. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And remember, put a little something positive out there, and positivity will find you. Peace out.